¿De verdad crees en esta variante de Loki?
Él cree lo suficiente en sí mismo por todos nosotros.
Adiós. Es enternecedor que creas que puedes manipularme.
Hi,
Hello.
I'm Berta from
Hi,
Cartelera
Berta.
Serie. How
Very
are
nice
you?
to meet you. Very good.
Loki is more Loki than ever, but it's also showing some new aspects of himself. What is the main difference between this Loki and the one we know and love from the movies?
Well, good question. He's the same Loki. He's the Loki you know. He's mischievous, he's playful, he's witty, charismatic, and also he's emotionally fragile and vulnerable underneath all those masks, and also someone who potentially can be untrustworthy. But I think what's different about this Loki is he's in a world he's never been in before. He's out of his comfort zone. He's catching up. Everybody else has more information than him. And he's confronted with aspects of himself that he's never been made aware of, which impel him to think about different ways of behaving, I think. And so I found a lot of new things about Loki, and I hope the audience do too.
I found him more emotional. So how was looking back to the past of Loki in those emotional scenes, being forced to watch everything from the outside?
Yes, you know, it's really interesting. I've always felt that Loki, underneath the surface, is a very emotional and very vital character. He has a huge amount of deep feeling within him. Often that's not on the surface because the exterior he presents is something very controlled. And it was really interesting to take that exterior away and show the interior. So I hope that audiences are as interested by that as I was.
What is it that the Marvel multiverse keeps showing around everything related to the Phase 4?
You know, it's a curious phenomenon. I think what's so interesting is the idea that time is not linear is a fascinating one. Anyway, intellectually, that actually time is something more circular and something with a much more flexible nature than we realize, and especially the future. The future is full of possibilities. Every day there are so many different ways the day could go, and I think the multiverse maybe will expand on that. I hasten to add, I have no idea what they're doing because these are questions for upstairs.
I know.
But I'm interested to see where they take it.
This one is for you only. Has your commitment to Loki and Marvel changed now that you've moved to the front row?
I wonder. I think I've always been committed to Loki, hugely committed to him. I was very aware of how fortunate I was to be cast in the role in the first place, and that the character means a great deal to a great many people. And so I felt it was my responsibility to give my whole heart and soul to playing him every time. So I wonder if it must have, maybe I've just become more aware of that responsibility. But I've always been committed to him. So, yeah, in a way, that's a bit that hasn't changed.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No eres muy de fiar, ¿verdad?
Puedes fiarte de mí.
Loki, he estudiado casi cada momento de tu vida y has apuñalado a la gente por la espalda unas 50 veces.
Pues no lo haré más.